Wreckfest 2 Update 3 has just dropped, and in this video I'm going to tell you what's new, what to expect, what's good, what's not so good, and why no sim racers are allowed to play Wreckfest 2, because it is indeed fun, joyful, exciting, and as an early access title, not completely insufferable. So sim racers, go away, turn away, don't watch this video. It's not for you. Welcome back to the Game of Muscle YouTube channel. Subscribe so you have the power to unsubscribe. Click the like button for a free juicy car T-bone. And of course, if you want to support us and want more from this channel, become a member. Like all the other members, you too can feel depressed and sad for supporting this. Let me begin by saying that this is not the most humongous of updates. You are getting a bunch of new layouts, but you're not really getting any new full locations, and you are getting 2 new cars. However, one of the new cars, which I think is a literal clown car called the Popper, is absolutely terrible to drive. It's kind of fun because it is so terrible, but really only pick it if you want to die from not only the fact that the car spins around like a unicycle on an ice rink. There it is, Magsy in front of us. It will spin by itself, but also it makes you a target, and when you hit by another car you're going to go flying. That's kind of the fun of the vehicle. Not every car has to be a sensible vehicle, so it's good to have more stuff like that, but it's terrible. It's worse than the camper van. It's terrible. And then the other car we've got is an American muscle car, the Switchback, which is what we're driving here, and that actually is perfectly reasonable, pretty standard with the other vehicles like the Rocket, you know, the other standard cars in the game. Really fun to drive, drives as you would expect. And has very similar handling and physics to other cars that we've driven before. So really, as I say, it's just a little bit of different layouts and a little bit of polish here and there. Some aspects of the HUD have been improved in terms of opponent damage being more visible. There's been a whole bunch of stability fixes for the game crashing. Loading times have been improved. Players can be reported on the leaderboards. Maybe a bigger thing actually for a lot of you, I didn't get to test it properly, but telemetry and SimHub integration has been implemented now, so maybe I'll actually be able to get proper motion out of this. I haven't tested it, but you should be able to line up your displays and some of the features like tactile transducers with SimHub, so that's actually quite significant for people that use those things. But ultimately, having played it, obviously you can go through the changelog and there's quite a few bits and bobs here and there, but having played it, it's not the biggest of world-changing updates, so don't get too excited. However, every time I load this game up, hilarious stuff happens, and you have a good time. It's just fun to play. It works well with the steering wheel now. The graphics are absolutely superb. The crashes and the physics look amazing. The cars are totally drivable. Play it with a gamepad as well. Play it in the first person view. Really, really good stuff. I personally, this is my feedback to the developer, if they're watching, please do this, guys. It would really be huge for me. I personally would really love some kind of lock to horizon camera or some kind of neck filter, because this game, with it bouncing up and down and stuff, if you're in the cockpit, is quite uncomfortable for motion sickness. I would love something like that. Obviously you could play with chase cam, reduces that, but you know, I want to play this in the cockpit so I can aim into other drivers and murder them correctly. So I would love that to actually be a big focus. And I would say as well, at the moment, though the force feedback is entirely usable, it's mostly just self-aligning torque. For those of you that don't know, it basically, you'll feel the steering want to correct the back of the car as it steps out. So the force feedback makes driving really nice and easy and quite intuitive. But I think this game could really benefit from some kind of amplification of higher frequency bumps for the road surface and track texture, so you can really feel that you're going over like a dirt surface versus a smooth surface. I think those details are kind of there through the natural physics they've got, but I'm using a very high-end direct drive wheel and it's still rather muted. I imagine on the lower end wheels it's probably even more muted. But I'd like a sort of road texture filter, and I think that would add so much to the force feedback and feel of the game. But ultimately, the main thing is wreckfest 2 is fundamentally fun to play. Even in its early access with its limited content, you can jump into races, you can invite friends to your server through the Steam friends list and just click join, and everyone gets into the race very quickly, ridiculously quickly. It works super seamlessly, and you can just have a fun time driving into people. Netcode's fantastic, car collision's fantastic, graphics look amazing. Frame rates and stuff are really good. I've got a 2070 system as well as the Mega Super Awesome Beast 5090. The game runs really well on the different systems and is really well optimized. I did find though on the Super Mega 5090 system that the NVIDIA Reflex and low latency mode caused stutter, and we were better off just running pure VSync at 120Hz or completely unlocked and the game would run at like 180. Game has DLSS and other options, so most people are probably just happy to have it chooch the frames out on your system. But yeah, it's just absolutely phenomenal and absolutely great fun. I, as well, here we go, it's the Game of Muscle wishes for things. I would also really like them to do more simple tracks. Do like a really simple ice rink track or an oval ice rink. Or like a more of a simple grass track that's just largely open. But a simple oval open, or you know, just it'd be nice to have some really simple locations that are maybe not loads of detail. Maybe even just like a more of a simple car parking type track, flat tracks, or you know, just basic stuff. I really love the locations they've got in this. Some of them actually based on real world locations. They look phenomenal, but in some ways they're so detailed and there's so many corners, there's so many things going on. It's actually really quite hard to play them and drive and not get wrecked and things. It's actually quite a tricky game, so having simpler tracks that are probably quicker to develop could be a nice thing for the early access to boost out the content, but also to get people into the game more and allow people to get to grips with things before going to the more complex tracks. Look at those tyre physics all synchronised in multiplayer. How on earth does wreckfest have better netcode than most proper, this is a proper driving sim, sorry, but you know, hardcore racing simulators? How does it do car contacts better? It blows my mind. Well, there you go. Anyway, the update, well worth grabbing. The game, I would say, well worth grabbing, but obviously it's a bit slim on content. However, overall, and this has been for a while now, not just this update, overall wreckfest 2 actually plays better with a wheel than the previous wreckfest, though the previous wreckfest is a complete game, has a lot more gameplay and stuff to do in it. So if you haven't played wreckfest 1, make sure you get that. wreckfest 1 also works on the Steam Deck, wreckfest 2 doesn't. But if you're more of a sim racer and you actually want to risk enjoying yourself, I would pick this up now in its early access state. Great fun, great server, race with friends. There you go, guys. That is my wreckfest 2 Schiller Vision review. I love this game, absolutely love it. What you need. It works well. It's an early access that's fun. Wish all the games were like this, but they're not. There you go. Happy tea drinking. Thanks for watching this. I look forward to driving into the next live stream we do with wreckfest 2. Till the next one, take care and goodbye.